Mateusz Gamrot will step in for Dan Hooker against Jalin Turner. We've got Gamrot at number 7, Jalin Turner at number 10. So for Gamrot, it's about kind of getting back on the winning track and getting back to that, top 5 area that he was kind of in before the Dariush fight. And for Jalin Turner, this is a great step up from Brad Riddell. I think Dan Hooker was a winnable fight potentially for him. I think with Gamrot, things are going to get a little bit trickier. Gamrot, very good wrestler. Gamrot, very durable as well. Gamrot, not an easy guy to take out, as we've seen in his career. He's actually never been finished by a knockout. He's never been finished, period.
Mateusz Gamrot will be returning to the octagon after his decision loss to Beneil Dariush at UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi, and he will be stepping in on short notice to replace the injured Dan Hooker against rising and surging contender in the lightweight division in the 13-5 Jalin the Tarantula Turner. This fight gives Turner a chance to get closer to the top 5 in the lightweight division after formally starting his UFC career in the 170-pound welterweight division, and it gives Mateusz Gamrot a chance to right his wrongs after that loss to Beneil Dariush in a kind of y'all must have forgot moment for the Gamer. The Gamer versus the Tarantula. This is a fight where I would expect a finish on either side. You're going to have Gamrot, who's coming in with amazing chain wrestling, great takedown ability, but also I feel like an underrated striking game on the feet. Gamrot has a very good awareness of angles, pivots, slipping and rolling out of the range of counter shots, and his ability to use the jab to keep his opponent at the range that he wants, but also to use it as a feint to set up a potential takedown entry, whether it's a double or a head on the inside or outside single leg. Gamrot is a very, very good grappler, and I know I already mentioned it, but I feel like his grappling is almost underappreciated, but he got the chance to showcase that grappling in a razor-thin decision win over Arman Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan's coming off of that dominant unanimous decision win over Damir Ismagulov in his alleged retirement bout. And when we look at Jalin Turner, the man is almost an anomaly, or he actually is an anomaly for the lightweight division. To be 6'3" at 155 pounds is almost an unfair advantage and could be considered cheating in some people's eyes. The fact he's able to cut down to 155 pounds and be so shredded to the point where it looks like he has no body fat on him, and being 6'3", having the reach and height advantage that he has to be able to keep the opponents he faces at his range and pick them apart with brutal striking technique, it's a big problem for everybody, and it's a problem for Mateusz Gamrot all in the same. I expect Jalin Turner to look to use the jab and the body kicks and front kicks up the middle, whether it's a teep or a side teep to the body, to keep Gamrot away from him. But he has to be careful with the way he sets up those kicking techniques, because Jalin Turner has had issues with grapplers in the past in a unanimous decision loss to Matt the Steamroller Frivola earlier on in his career. And if Gamrot has the chance to catch one of the kicks of the Tarantula, it's going to be playing into the Gamer's hands, and he's going to catch that kick in transition into multiple takedown attempts and some of the best scrambles you'll ever see in mixed martial arts. If you go back and watch Tsarukyan versus Gamrot, they had some of the most high-level grappling and wrestling scrambles that have ever been showcased, and Mateusz Gamrot is relentless with the way he sets up his takedowns, to the point where if he doesn't get you on the first attempt, he's going to transition into 3 or 4 more takedown attempts until he's able to get you on your back and work his superior jiu-jitsu and ground and pound game. But it's more in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu realm for Gamrot, as we've seen showcased in his bouts against Jeremy Stephens, where he was able to lock up a vicious Kimura early on in the first round. But you can't discount the submission and jiu-jitsu game of Jalin the Tarantula Turner. Being so long and rangy, yes, he can leave himself open for arm bars and traditional arm locks, potentially a Kimura in the case of Mateusz Gamrot. But out of his 13 wins, which all come via way of finish, he has 4 submissions to his name. Showcased in his last bout primarily, where he was able to stun Brad Riddell on the feet after countering an inside low kick, and then lock up a mounted guillotine, which he's gotten in his career before, and get Quake out of there in the first round. That was a huge statement for Jalin Turner, and going off the fact that he has 13 wins and all 13 come by way of finish, he's going to be looking to get the Gamer out of there as quick as he can. And like I said earlier, I don't expect the fight to go to decision, but based off the fact that we've seen so many problems for Jalin Turner earlier in his career when it comes to facing high-level grapplers, Mateusz Gamrot is the highest-level grappler that Jalin Turner has ever fought, and I would expect the relentless pressure and takedown pressure paired with the intelligent striking game that Gamrot has showcased thus far in his MMA career. I think Gamrot's going to be a big problem for Turner, but Turner is a southpaw going up against the orthodox fighter in Gamrot, although he does change stances throughout his contest, so the right hook or the check hook against the jab of Mateusz Gamrot and the left kick to the body, whether it's a round kick or a front kick, are going to be big problems and huge obstacles in the way of Gamer's takedown offense and grappling offense as well, pairing the takedowns with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I do lean ever so slightly towards Mateusz Gamrot, but I've counted out Jalin Turner a lot in his career, to the point where if he was able to shut me up once again and defeat the number 7 ranked Mateusz Gamrot and the former KSW champion, it wouldn't shock me in the slightest, because Turner is a dangerous matchup for anybody, whether it's from his physical attributes or his technical prowess at every level of the game of mixed martial arts. He continues to improve vastly. I just think Gamrot might be a little bit too big of a step up for the Tarantula at this point in time, even with Gamrot taking this fight on short notice. But at UFC 285, this is a fight that's either going to showcase the rise of a new contender at 155 pounds, or it's going to get Mateusz Gamrot the chance to say, y'all must have forgot, and I'm coming for the lightweight championship. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Land a double leg takedown on the like button, and land a vicious 12-6 elbow on the subscribe button. I'm your host, Double M, and I'm out.